all times. And let's see, we find my bell. Find my bell. Where's my bell? Obey my commands at all times. I'm gonna have to do a Ramon Ray. I think Health Wells is coming out first. So here we go. Yeah. Coming out of the Ruckin Buckin corner, it's none other than Shawnte, known as Mabel's granddaughter. And look, she know how to put it on. Them. So Health at the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Come out fighting. The boss lady paid everybody in the.
Hey, I'm coming to you all the way live from the 305. All the way live from the 305. Listen, I did not come to play, y'all. I did not come to play because, see, I got a story for you. Listen, this Ruckin and Buckin is real. See, I have proven to myself that this can work for everyday people. See, I've gotten impressive numbers with my athletes. But to take a grandma who's not who was not the physically active type, and to put her in a predicament to drop 10 pounds last week, and it didn't even take 7 days, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I'm talking about somebody grandma. Somebody grandma. I'm just saying. She hadn't even gotten the vest yet. I'm just saying. So it's the small steps, GA. It's the small steps. See that, you know what I'm saying? You give me what I'm saying on the back of the pew. Oh my. Listen, y'all. I know somebody's scratching their head right now. Trisha, somebody is asking themselves, what have I got myself into, Maisha? What is this rucking stuff that they talking about? Walking with weight? Walking with weight. Uh-oh. We need to, Trisha here early. Do we need to check on Bob real quick, y'all? I'm just saying, do we need to make sure that Bob is safe?
Cooking something.
Okay. Right, Jay?
Twice, Bob. It's rainy here, but yeah, he was trying to get to the pool, but it didn't happen. It was rainy here.
Okay, we got to make sure our guy is good. Listen, he's an important part, of this journey for us. So, we got to always make sure we check on our people. I'm Shawnte Health Wells, y'all. I am Mabel's granddaughter, just in case you didn't know. And I have spent the last 24 and a half years serving in the sports medicine industry, really, truly helping people heal better, faster from mobility injuries as well as metabolic injuries. So, what a lot of people don't realize is that there are penalties for not meeting certain health metrics when you're in professional sports. And so, we have to have, as practitioners, very highly effective methods. We can't do the guesswork. We can't do all of this, hemming and hawing and the stuff that the overnight influencers who woke up and said they want to talk to people about health, we can't do that. So when I tell you, I really wanted to make sure that we flipped on its head this whole this big time thinking. When folks try to be big time before it's time, there's a thing not to despise the day of small beginnings. And so when this lady came to me, I'll be very honest, I knew I could help her, but I wasn't sure how much I can help her. Because see, when it's a different motivation when you have a $700 per hour or per day, you know what I mean, type fine hanging over your head for being past your weight limit. But when you don't have that, and you also don't have the habit of exercising and doing things and taking care of yourself, that's a whole different animal, right? But I also know this. I know that these are things that work because obviously it had to be tested on people who are not in the 1% and 2%. So if it could work for them, I now know beyond a shadow of a doubt, I know that this can work for everyday people. Our bodies are designed to carry load. 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 So back in the day, I had this hippie science professor, and I remember him, like talking to us about how certain compounds, and this is before you got to think outside of what's common now, y'all. I need you to think about what it was like in the late 90s and early 2000s, where meditation was like the devil's work. It was like woo woo stuff. You know what I mean? Where the whole idea of some of the things that we call common practice and nutrition as a form of medicine, all of that was just like considered nonsense. Peptides, I wish you would. People would run you out of traditional hospital and things like that. So this was a very different time period. I just had to make sure that I set this up so that you can understand how far ahead of time. And I'm so glad that I was privileged enough to sit in that class. And so he talked to us about this whole concept. It wasn't necessarily called cardio. What it was is before a meal. So I don't remember what he called it, because now we call this, stuff like time restricted eating and all of that. I don't remember the term that he put on it. But I'm talking about I want to say I took that class. It might have been 1999. Hey, party like it's 1999. So for someone to have like this much insight, and here's the thing, I tested it to see if it would work. And it absolutely worked. And so all I did is I flipped it now on its head with this wonderful grandmother that I'm telling you about. Not sharing names, but I'm very, very grateful. Somebody from BWC actually referred her to me. And so she had a lot going on. I mean, like a lot. I've looked at her labs. I mean, she has a lot going on. So I was like, if we get a pound, y'all, I was going to be happy. Not let alone 10. I'm talking about I didn't have her popping pills. I didn't have her like there's no patches, there's none of that. This is all just through what should have been rucking. So she ain't even been rucking because she don't have a vest yet. So movement snacks. It's the small things. I had her doing water a specific time in a specific way. I had her actually, instead of snacking on food, we snacking on movement. I also had specific types of movements that she would do throughout the day. I even involved her grandkids and not starve her. I only did one. She didn't even do the full 24-hour fast that I would normally do. So I capped it at 20 hours for her, just in case, because I know that she has medication. So when I'm telling you, you guys, like our bodies are ancient. It's expecting certain things. You don't have to hate your metabolism. You don't have to hate your body. You don't have to hate, oh, I wish this, or my knee won't do this. Oh, my back or my shoulder ain't acting right. No, let's free it. You, you, it's like an ox that's been muzzled. You gotta break the muzzle of an ox so that they can be protein and help you. And it's called your metabolism. Your metabolism affects every aspect of body. Your metabolism is involved in aspect of your body. So if your metabolism is injured, you don't think heart, lung, other injuries are not sure to follow. You don't think your digestive system is not sure to follow. You don't think your muscles, your skeletal system, you don't think that all the other systems, you don't think that your neurological system is not going to follow. You don't think your reproductive system is not going to follow. Your endocrine system, your prostate, there's everything requires energy. It requires energy. And so one of the things I had to get her to understand, one, to acknowledge that her metabolism was something that needed to be under her care and her protection. Your metabolism needs to be under care and protection. Movement is medicine. I need somebody to put that in the chat. Movement is medicine. Movement is medicine. And then I really need you to CGA. Yes? CGA. I started talking to you guys about this last week. And those who were in my show, I talked to you. Yeah, I went into even more detail, but I have more. You know what? What's the little saying that they have is wait, there's more. Yeah, wait, there's more. Uh, as promised, I'm talking to you about yerba mate tea. Now, you're talking about getting ready to pair this with a weighted carry? Ooh, wee. Listen, small steps, small steps. I didn't even have her. She didn't work out every single day, y'all. So I'm just going to give you I had her do over those 6 days, and also to account for the fact that she even cheated, part of one of those days because she went into New York City, with her kids and the grandkids. So you can get caught up in the big city. You can get caught up in the big city. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So here's the thing: Ruckin metabolism and attacking the abdominal fat the smart way. That's what I want to to you about today. This is what I want you to weight so that you can actually build your muscle mass, build your actual skeletal mass, build also your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. So this is why I track this daily. This is why a smart scale is so important because you can actually see how you're responding to certain movements, certain exercises. I don't have to wait a week to see if a workout is working for you. I can already tell because I should be seeing small changes. It's the small things, but we keep thinking it's some big silver bullet that's gonna come or some pie in the sky finna drop out and you finna end up with a six pack. No, you're gonna end up looking like Lil Wayne with a stomach BBL. Thinking we don't notice and you got this mess protruding out the sides, but you got a six pack. You better go on and sit down with that silicone. You ain't fooling nobody. And all you did was cash out the surgery. Yes, I said stomach BBL. Yeah, dudes are doing it. Listen, ain't no shortcutting this thing. I'm sorry, y'all. I just have to put it like I feel it. I'm just
I think that was a foul on the play. I believe that was a foul. I gotta go look for pictures of them now because I'm like, bitch.
oh my gosh, it look a mess. But men are having it. So, ladies, we ain't got to be trying to like no, he ain't even, they ain't even pumping peptides. No, they going and getting a BBL for their stomach. Go ahead and tell the truth and shame the devil. Yes, they is. They getting BBLs for their stomach to get that six pack looking like that. And some of them is getting good makeup artists. People are even looking at getting like the henna tattoos, but lighter, just to form that. Y'all, you know what? Y'all taking this too far. You taking it too far. Listen, steps.
With BBL beef and make on stuff. She ain't help us out.
I'm just saying, Maisha, they just need to stop. I just need people to stop playing in y'all face and making you feel a certain way. Go on ahead and carry little. Carry the little that you can carry. Instead of you trying to go big and thinking, oh, you know what, I'm finna lose 40 pounds overnight. The devil is a lie. No, you're not. No, you're not. Or thinking you finna start out with 100-pound carry. Stop playing. Stop playing yourself. You finna throw your bike all the way out. You finna throw it out. Or, oh, I'm finna do 100 crunches and you ain't done any crunches since 1998. Stop playing. Stop playing. I'm just saying, I need us to stop playing. It's okay. I need you to stop talking about, oh, I'm finna do a 7-day water fast. Stop. You ain't fasted since 1985. Stop. Stop. Can we stop? I cannot with this GIF. I cannot with this GIF. I'm just saying. Big results are usually little metabolic deposits that finally got enough interest. I maximized her sleep. I maximized her fasted cardio, y'all. I maximized, listen, the hydration even before what should have been her rucking time. And I actually spread it across the day. But I had her doing fasted cardio. I did the 30 grams of protein. And even though she didn't have all of the protein powders, but I made sure that she at least, once she did start eating, that in the morning, she went ahead and got the protein from food. Not only that, she got a tea that I can't wait to really delve into and really unpack so that you can understand the power of CGA. So she didn't have to go and get a GLP-1 patch. She didn't have to go and get something, additional or some injection. And I'm not knocking anybody who has type 2 diabetes and, you need those medications. I'm talking to those of you who know that you can tap into the food pharmacy that God has already blessed you with. And it's called something, listen, we can go to the Amazon. It's called Yerba Mate tea. Yerba, and then Mate, like the Spanish way, Yerba Mate, Mate, with the apostrophe over the E. Yerba Mate. You're talking about something that can actually help. You're talking about the natural GLP-1, why these satiety hormones, and also get ghrelin to calm down. But here's another thing. It also helps your cortisol levels to lower down. So if cortisol can lower, guess what? Your body can actually take the time to spend. What do you see? We got three different banks. We got the protein bank, we got the carbohydrate bank, and we got the fat bank. Your fat bank got a whole lot of money. Why you don't want to do no shopping spree there? So if we go ahead and bring down the sugar, I'm just saying. Oh man, okay, we almost there. We almost there. Oh, the big show tried to come in, my brother. All right, I'm landing the plane. I'm gonna land the plane. But I need to make this point. I need you to understand this. If we can just lower, if we can just lower if we can just lower our glucose levels, if we could lower that cortisol levels, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it on the next round. But I need you to understand this. You can go on a shopping spree with them fat calorie monies. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I structured the day. But that 30 grams of protein, listen, if you can get that 30 minutes of a fasted cardio in, as well as that weighted carry, listen, you can create magic for your metabolism throughout the rest of your day. I'm Shawnte Health Wells. I'm going to tag my brother in. Over to you, Pastor Jeff.
Pastor Jeff, can we since she did all up the call, can we just get the choir together to sing your Hey guys, what is it? It's just the she put the band-aid on. She wiped the blood off your opponent. I think all righty. That looks like they're about to get her. Go ahead, GA. Finish them up. GA. Hey. You speak in tongues. You know about my day. I didn't know she was saying for real. This is G.A. Pimpleton. I am, you know what? We taking down the big show. Taking down the big show. You heard Health say it. She told you what to do in the last segment. She told you to CGA. She told you what to do. She said CGA. So now you get to see. And we're gonna talk a little bit about the big show. Y'all know this. I know, sit down, buckle up, cause today we Ruckin and Buckin. And I got a bone to pick. That little voice in your head to say, I need to look rich before I get rich. We calling this one Big Hat and No Cattle for you Texas folk. Y'all know the story. This fella pulls up to 9 o'clock morning worship, metacrational and flowing in the pathetic. in the lease G-Wagon with the fresh kicks. And the Nolex. It's not a Rolex, it's a Nolex. He's still paying off with a credit card. You ask him how business is. I'm blessed and highly flavored. I'm networking with millionaires every week. Meanwhile, his emergency fund is $0. His retirement account is $0. He doesn't have an LLC operating agreement. He doesn't have a will. He doesn't have a single boring, unaffected financial habit to his name. World. I ain't mad at him for wanting nice things. A good suit. Suit. He purchased that.
Oh my God.
He bought the trophy before he ran the race. You hear me? He went to the store, didn't train at all, just went by the trophy shop and bought him a first place trophy and showed up at the presentation ceremony with the trophy already in his hand. Didn't run nothing. Didn't run the credit card. Didn't run that credit score. Didn't run nothing. That's ego. That's pride talk. Because deep down, here's the truth. I'm going to say something. He said, Linnell, I know you don't have no bunions, but get them out the way. I'm not I'm messing with Linnell because we talked earlier this week. I mean, this don't hit her, but I'm messing with her. Look, here's the truth. And y'all, I'm going to let this sit for a second. Because deep down, a whole lot of us are more scared of looking broke than we are scared of being broke. Turn it on 175, put it in the crock pot, let that marinate for a second. Deep down, a lot of us are more scared of being seen on the struggle bus than actually living on the struggle bus. This is why a man will finance a car he can't afford before he finances a Roth IRA that nobody can see. Because nobody claps for your Roth IRA at the barbershop. Nobody is impressed with your emergency fund at the family reunion, y'all. But that car, that watch, oh, that's applause. You can drive. You can wear. Because, see, wealth building is not a performance and it's not a race. It's a process. And that process don't care about your ego. Compound interest don't care about how you look. The IRS don't care about your Instagram and it's being fired. Your future self, the one who wants to retire with dignity, he or she doesn't care what car you drove in your 30s. Most of us that's over 45 don't remember the third car we bought. But we do remember the plan. We remember the money that we blew through. Oh, we remember that. And I know oftentimes, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I'll have to get rid of this. Here's washing it.
Here's the thing, Mary. Oftentimes we work hard, we struggle, we work hard, we grind it out, and we reward ourselves in the middle of the race and end up losing the race. I worked hard all summer. I've been grinding for 4 months. I deserve a vacation. No, because the finish line is not summertime. The finish line is 2027. Sometimes you got to take that car back with that $847 car payment. Sometimes you got to do that. And if we're honest with ourselves, sometimes We will refuse to look like it's the big show. We want to go to the party. We want to go to the Stellars. Somebody actually asked me about that. They said, hey, are you going to the Stellars? No, I'm not going to the Stellars because I ain't got no Stellar money. I don't have Stellar money. No, all of my money is going toward my business because I got stuff to do. My grandmother says it this way, real talk. This is how my grandmother says it. She says, we spend money that we don't have to buy things that we don't need, to impress people that we don't know, that don't care whether we live or die. Because, truth be told, nobody is really paying attention to, nobody's really paying attention to your Instagram feed to see where you're going on vacation. They really not. They don't care that much. And guess what? But when you're 65 years old and you got $100,000 to live on the next 25 years, ain't nobody coming to get you. That's the truth of the matter. That's real talk. That's honest. So you ask, you know what, well, GA, what's the boring stuff that works? Since you said we can't party like it's 1999. We can't party down until Purple Rain comes down. We can't do that. We can't give ourselves. Here's the thing. I'm going to say a really foul word. Y'all pardon me. Y'all forgive me. I already took my communion, and I am going to church on first Sunday to be pardoned of my sins. I'm going to say a bad word. The number one thing is the budget. I know a lot of y'all grown. I know somebody just turned it off. I know somebody just left the room. Listen, a budget is not punishment. It's a permission slip. It's an instruction, tell money where to go. Avoid the big show. Pastor Jeff, I'm going to tag my sister in. Because you know what? It's all big hat and no cattle, baby. Oh, you got a little more. I got a little. It's just the budget folks who bite the dust, man. The budget folks. I got a little more. Biting the dust. They biting the dust. I got a little more grizzle on that. Grizzle, man. I'm still stuck though with the big hat and no cattle. Man, that's the thing.
I'm on the chinchilla. No leg.
Walking in the rain. You sing the whole song, but if you know, you know. The budget is for business capitalism. It's $400. Where did $60 go? I don't know. I don't remember. Your money will wander off. Rich people don't budget because enough to direct it on purpose. Because you have to have a purpose to live on purpose, live by purpose, and for purpose. So the money should live the same way you do. Budget is a permission slip. It's not a prison. 3 to 6 months expenses. Start with 1 month. Just 1 month, y'all. 1 month. I know this is old school hat. You hear me say it time and time again. But I promise you, just as sure as I'm black, and just as sure as my name ain't Jesse Jackson, as sure as I'm gonna die and I'm gonna pay taxes, I promise you this. I ain't gonna pay taxes forever though. Watch that, because I know what I'm doing. I promise you somebody is sitting here and is not adhering to a budget or doesn't even have one because we are winging it and going by the seat of our pants. And hear me when I tell you, if you do not cinch up those, watch this out. If you do not put a belt on those britches, at some point in time, you won't be butt booty naked in public at the wrong time and the wrong place. Because it's going to show up and it's going gonna bite you in your behind in the wrong time. You're gonna swipe the card when your cheese is skinning and grinning, and it's gonna say, you ain't got it. You have to do it. At some point in time, you have to put yourself on the budget. And you have to start, you need to sit your money in that boring high yield savings account doing absolutely nothing exciting. Nobody has ever said, girl, you know what? You was a 5, but when I saw your emergency fund, oh, you was a 10. I tell you what, that's a sexy Roth IRA right there. You walking like a baby giraffe in them heels, but that Roth IRA is sexy. No one has ever said that, ever. It's nothing sexy about it. But you have to do it because I tell you what, the person with an emergency fund does not panic when the transmission goes out, or when the job get cut, or when they get laid off, or when they blow 4 tires in one trip, or when the water heater goes bad, or when that one client that you was depending on with $20,000 doesn't show up. Guess what? You don't have those problems. You don't have them. They don't panic. But the person without one, they take out a payday loan with 400% interest and spend the next 2 years trying to dig out of the hole that started with a $600 emergency. I promise you, it's ugly. And in the South, we don't say, oh, look at the baby. We say, man, that baby got on some cute shoes, but that's a big-headed child. Call the baby ugly in the South. I'm sorry. What do we do? Ooh, that baby looks. That's the truth. You have got to do it. Start with $5, $10. Whatever you have. Excuse me, there's a standing 3 count. We ask you to obey all commands from the rest, and we ask you for a fair, clean, healthy, wealthy fight. Low blows have been thrown, so the opponent gets 3 seconds.
Baby penalty.
First warning. Y'all don't give one more before you start to lose points. Back go ahead. Rey Mysterio. They have to go around the bottom row. It had to be done. We got the kick down the Big Show. What do they always do with the Big Show, Hell? They started with the knee.
Show. Exactly.
Tried to do a moonsault. He caught him and pulled him out the ring. They went for the knees. And that's how you have to do with your wealth. You have to go for the knees, the small things. Not my Sunday to preach, but it's the small foxes that destroy the vine. You got to start with the small things. Oh. When it's boring, it ain't cute, it ain't sexy. No. God dog it. Ain't nobody gonna applaud you for it. There is no applause for it. There's no medal for it. But I promise you, it's left over. It's not if I have a good month. It's first automatic, boring, because willpower is a terrible financial strategy. Discipline is a terrible financial strategy. Systems beat willpower every single time. And here we are at the halftime for in their corner, getting help, seeking medical care from none other than Mary and Sister Rule. I see that here of their
I got a question. Health Wells, do you think you could do it with a couple of old grandmas and grandpas together so that I could look like GA's profile picture that he had up before this one? I'm just wondering.
Oh, mostly. Like, and the thing that I like now in that, because they're joining in, and then with this specific grandma, I love the fact, like, so her grandchild is like really getting involved and been crashing the Zoom our Zoom sessions that we have together, but also her children are like wanting to go and do things with her. So I think that that dynamic of having someone else supporting you through your transition, of course there are unicorns and the lone wolves that can, do it easier on their own, per se. But I really truly do think there's something to when you have someone else or a group of people that can go through the process with you. I think you can get to your goals faster. So I'm excited for her transformation to have definitely over 50, approaching 60 grandma who, has inflammation up the watusi, a lot of medical issues, and definitely not someone that was, physically active at all, Trisha. And for her to be able to do this and get active without going to the extreme. I've really only done small modifications, and for her to be getting the results that she's getting, it is amazing, and also improving other symptoms that are starting to disappear for her. So I'm so excited. And the two things I took away from her is the dairy, even though I know that she cheated and she put a little bit of dairy. I understand it's hard to have cafe con leche without the leche, y'all. I get it. So I didn't rock too hard on it, but I definitely took away the oatmeal. And I think that was also a big thing. The oatmeal and the bananas, I took it away from her. So a lot of people are doing things that they don't realize that are counterproductive, to what their body actually needs, especially if it's already in an extremely, inflamed state with certain illnesses that they, have. So I'm excited to be helping them. I'm on the grandma squad now. I got them doing booty kicks and everything, Trisha. Listen, my seniors be lit. I just need y'all to know.
He's twerking at bingo. What's going on?
Listen, I had to do something when I go into the facilities. Listen, come on, GA. I can't be sitting there with the boring stick figures. And listen, I bet I ain't have no kickback. How about that? You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Listen, she didn't want to get up, but see, I knew that she had this guy. One of them, like, she liked this guy. He in New York City. And I said, listen, you do some more of these booty kicks, you know what I'm saying? I would be able to take us a nice little picture to send to your boo in New York. And I won't tell your son. How about that? How about that? See, I got to negotiate for the therapy. I got to negotiate. You see what I'm saying? So I have her doing booty kicks. Yes, I do. Photos
and a text message.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Anonymous question from the audience. Someone would like to know, Health Wells, is the bloated balloon laceration, how long does it last and how much does it cost?
Wait, you said a bloated what? Oh, you talking about the BBLs for the men's stomach? Oh. Oh God. Oh God. How
long does it last and how much does it cost?
I'm not sure. I know it's in the thousands. I know Dr. Miami does them down here. People fly in. So he does really good work. I think the running thing is, if you're not someone that's going to be like a raging alcoholic and you'll still end up with fatty liver disease if you already ain't got it. So if you look, I highly hope that you guys will go and look up like I think it was a recent Lil Wayne concert. I hate to put him out there like that. Like, but you could see the difference. Like, it is the most ripped dad bod I have ever seen in my life. Never seen no Tom. Maisha, you gotta see it. You gotta see it. Y'all gotta look this up. You gotta see it on YouTube. Oh, my stomach, my side, my side, my side. I just could not. I was like, why? You know the internet is vicious. Like, why would you do this to yourself? You know what folks gonna say. You know, anyone in the industry, GA, they know how he get down. So it's like, sir, sir, you could that silicone will start to move. It all depends on the timing and how bad your diet is, and how much weight you put on. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it could last you 5 years. Or in his case, you know, if you doing, you know, and you obliques, and they're on both sides. And so, what about the protrusion that's happening there? You ain't doing the BBL for them. So, you get what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't make sense to get that silicone in the front like that, and you know you're not gonna do what you need to do, and that dad bod gonna start to escape on the sides. So I'm just saying, and you ain't do nothing for them jelly rolls in the back. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, you know, could be 5, could be 10. I'm just saying. Oh,
I need to know why we doing this. I don't understand.
I just need the fellas to let that silicone go. Let it go. Just like Elsa said, let it go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the fight is about to get back underway. It will resume with G.A. Yo Money Pimpleton as the other corner has been doctored up and taken care of by Trisha Rue and Mary. Let's go ahead and get the name from G.A. running. I don't know what to about me. Can't get the out of it. Has a let no praise to keep it. Then I'm on. I don't know what to I don't know what you heard. I don't know what you heard. Can't get $1 out of me. Cause it's going in my budget, y'all. It's in my budget. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, let's get real for a minute. I'm gonna tell you why we do this to ourselves. There's a reason why we do it. Why does ego skip straight to the flash and skip over the fundamentals? I'm gonna give you 3 reasons. 1, instant gratification versus deferred gratifications. See, a budget pays off in 18 months. But them new 95 Jordans, fresh, crispy, they pay off in 18 seconds. Our brains are wired for the 18 seconds, y'all. Our brains are wired for that. It's not a character flaw, it's biology. It's something that you have to consciously override every single day on purpose. Our brains are action. Hell, can I do it? Maisha, can I do it?
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Can I do it? Thanks. I need you to cover your ears for a minute because we're going to get real right now. We're just going to get close to the fireplace. We're going to tell you. If you don't believe that it's biology, find me a man that has complained about foreplay. I'll wait. Yeah, that's what I thought. If you don't believe it's biology, Find me a woman that has ever complained that it took too long for her to get her hair done or her petty and her mani when she was already in the chair. How late? We're deducting the point. Deducting the point. Low blows detected again. Below the belt. That's 2 points deducted. R&B team. You know what? I'm sorry, Real. I'm sorry. I'll pick them up. I'll pick them up. It's biology, y'all. It's biology. Because we will swipe away our emotions. There is not, have you ever heard anybody say, y'all know what? I'm feeling kind of down today. I think I'm gonna work on my budget. I need some budget therapy. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look at my Roth 401, my Roth IRA to actually make some adjustments because I'm having an emotional day. I'm kind of depressed. I'm gonna actually work on that because I need some investment therapy. No, we don't say that. What do we say, people? I need retail therapy because I'm built for the 18 seconds. The second reason is this. I got to bring it up. I'm sorry, but I got to bring it up. Social media did not invent pride, but it put it on steroids. You're not competing with just your goals anymore, but you're competing with the curated highlight reel of everybody that you went to high school with. It's curated. Here's the trap. You can't see what their bank balance is. You can only see what they're spending, and half of that is loans, debts, and credit cards. So you end up comparing your real financial life with somebody's highlight curated reel. I have never in the history of all Instagramism ever seen anybody put their eviction notice or their shut-off notice on Instagram and did a reel about it. It does not happen. Hold on, somebody. I have a message from somebody. I have a message. Yes.
An emotion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just saying. And the third reason is this. This is the big one. This one that hurts. This is the truth. This is why we get wrapped up in the big show. Because a whole lot of folks, especially folks that came up without much, looking successful becomes tangled up with being somebody significant. The car isn't just a car. It's proof to your mama. It's proof to those folks that doubted you. It's proof to that voice in your head of the third grade teacher that told you you never be anything, that you're not enough. It's the receipt that you need to prove people that have long forgot you wrong. Amen, Pews. Amen, Walls. But this is what I need you to hear. I need you to hear it in your chest, in your heart, not just in your ears. I need you to hear it in your belly. Flash is not the proof. The receipt you really want is freedom. Here's the secret that wealthy people don't tell you. They don't make money to be wealthy. They make money to be free. Because what money buys is freedom. Freedom to move how you will. Freedom to sleep as long as you want to. Freedom to live where you want to. Freedom to take vacations when you feel like it and stay 3 weeks extra if you decide to. Wealthy people take money, grow money, make money, not to buy things, for social proof, but they buy freedom with it. The paid off house is the proof. The kid that goes to college debt free because you funded the 529 when nobody was watching. That's proof. 20 years from now, when nobody remembers what you drove, they remember that you were stable the whole time and you never called them to borrow a dime. That's proof. If you were the one that they could call, whether the family survived 2008 crash, somebody quietly, boringly did the work. That's the proof. The proof is freedom, not how much the purse costs, not the price tag of the what is it, the all carry, the ever carry, whatever it is. The LV bag that you can put a whole toddler and the whole family reunion in. It's not that. It's the freedom to make choices. And that is worth the delayed gratification. That's what it is. That's the whole M&B philosophy. That's the making money babies philosophy right there. I'm not teaching you to look rich for a season. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. Teaching you how to be financially stable, because guess what? This is one of my mentors taught me this. The people who win, people that will do what everybody else won't do, so in the future they can live the life that everybody can't afford to live. Let me say that again so you don't miss it. Do now what people don't have the capacity, the willpower, or the purpose to do now. I'm going to live like I need to live now, so in the future I can live like I want to live and they can't afford to live later. I'll wrap it up with this. So step one, do a pride audit. Yeah, I know you never heard of that, but I'm going to give it to you. Do a pride audit. Look at your last 3 big purchases. How I wanted to feel, my self-validation. Let's be honest. You don't have to answer me. Be honest with yourself. Out of you. Step 2, build what I'm build those 5 things solid before you get
Ooh, wee. You know your girl is ready. She ready. She ready. Listen.
So it's not nice. Playtime mode is the big league. Go. Playtime mode is the big league. Go. Playtime mode is the big league. Wrap it up. Playtime mode is the big league. Something to get rid of big show. Coming out of the Argentine corner. Y'all don't really. Y'all pick no doubt. In this case, y'all won a championship in the truck.
Woo! Welcome to the big leagues. Welcome to the big leagues. So here's thing one. Let me go ahead and make this granular for you. You need to know your protein formula. Not that chat GPT mess that's gonna feed you out. It's gonna feed you, it's gonna have you looking like a grandma for real, and have you stuck like Chuck. And ain't no pickup truck coming to get you. So take your body weight, just in case you weren't here the last time I gave the formula. Listen, I'm giving you access to the 1% formula. So take your body weight, multiply it by 0.64. So I've had her hitting this target every single day last week of making sure at minimum she was having that amount of protein every single day. You guys, this will do wonders. A lot of you guys are suffering with inflammation. A lot of you guys don't realize your joints and your muscles have an insufficient supply of protein because pipeline to a premature grave, and you got to bypass, the doctor's office, something that you could actually treat with proper nutrients. There's a balm in Gilead. Get your protein right. Get your protein right. You wondering why your bike is acting up, why your bones and your muscles are acting up and acting a fool, instead of trying to go and get that silicone BBL for your stomach. How about you give your stomach what it needs, which is enough protein? 0.64 times your body weight. That's your minimum. For those of y'all who are on the go, you want to know what your max should be. Listen, I'm gonna let you know, because guess what? I've also gotten those calls of people who done had too much, and you in the darn emergency room, and I'm gonna charge you. I'm gonna charge you because you wake me up out my sleep to troubleshoot and help your behind get up out the hospital. You finna pay me. You gonna pay me well too. So if you don't want to have to pay the excess surcharge for waking me up, listen, know your range, know your numbers, and stop listening to them fools on the internet who don't know what they're talking about. Take your body weight, multiply it by 0.91. That is your minimum, and that's your maximum. Your maximum is your body weight times 0.91. Your body weight times 0.91. So now we know how much protein calorie money we need to be working with every day. So I got that part fixed. It's a small step, y'all, but it's one that people neglect. Muscle is the most metabolic tissue in the body. So a lot of times people neglect the large movers. Do you understand how big your bike muscle is, your erector spinae? This is why rucking really truly helps you guys in ways that you can't understand just at face value. This is going to even take up your resting rate. Your BMR increases the more you ruck. What are we engaging? We're engaging the whole muscle that keeps you erect, along with all the other muscles that's buried underneath. So I need you to understand there's a reason why I design protocols the way that I do. Get your protein right. Your muscles love protein. Listen, your bones love protein. All of your vital organs, like protein, not only is something we use for fuel, but it's something that we also use to make us. Make the thing that can help your metabolism, that a founding father of a metabolism, and freeing it. Protein. Don't neglect it, and don't be guessing and wondering what you need. I just told you how to figure it out. So I fixed her protein issue. And then I also fixed the water issue. I had her max out every morning. See, some of y'all, you're looking, well, what's the minimum I can do? Hush, stop complaining, man. Listen, woman up, man up. Drink the 24. If you want to see some quicker results, if you want to get there, then do the 24. Do the 24 at minimum. I do 40 to 50 in your first waking hour. Get that matching calorie for ounces of water. Yes. You see, my brother told y'all about the 401k. Your body will give you its own 401k just from drinking water. It's called, listen, the superhydration period. We're doing water-induced thermogenesis. Water-induced thermogenesis. You can actually go ahead and look it up. I'm giving you terms because I'm trying to help you understand fundamentally the small things. Water is the way. It's the cure. So I had her tap in. So instead of, let's say, for instance, she's burning 1,500 calories, for the total of the day. Do you realize I can take that upwards by 30% for free, GA, without a workout, just from consuming and activating water-induced thermogenesis in the morning, the first waking hour? Are you kidding me? You finna not spend that fat calorie money. You mean to tell me you gonna leave that free money on the table and you ain't even had to go work out for it? I'm just saying, you need to drink water anyway. Why would you not raise your BMR, your basal metabolic rate? This is something you can teach your kids, your grandkids, y'all. Folks are done. I need y'all to understand. We have 12-year-olds that are in trouble. Hear me very clearly. Water-induced thermogenesis is going to help your metabolism. We're talking about weight, but this is bigger than weight. I need you to start the day right. Have the why would you not want the Disco Inferno working for your benefit when you can actually burn an extra 30 to 50% of the regular calorie burn that you were going to get? What's 30% of a 1500 GA? I'm trying to do the math in my head, but it's after 3 o'clock. So sometimes, and I ain't getting my nap this evening. So you telling me you can burn an extra 450 calories just from doing the minimum? What's 50% of that 1500? 50%.
Yeah.
That's what, 750. So 750 plus. Do you guys get where I'm going with this? Do you get where I'm going? It's 3,500 calories in a pound, roughly speaking. So you mean to tell me just from drinking water, I ain't even got to the movement. I haven't even got to the other nutrients that I had that are also going to oxidize. I'm just telling you what I set her up with making sure that we got the 30 for 30 with the protein in the morning, the fasted cardio, and the water. The water is the way. I am telling you. There's somebody on the BWC stage that you see every single morning. And you know what I did for her on Sunday? Guess what? She dropped 5 pounds. 5 freaking pounds. And yes, she still ate. Do you guys get where, like, I hope you understand the importance of how you structure water. So next, what else? More water cure. I also had her do, and for those of you, if you've had one of those bypass surgeries, that kind of thing, I don't think y'all can have seltzer water. But for those of us who can, listen, I had her, instead of doing 6 ounces, I said max it out at the 8 ounces. Put some, if you don't have fresh lemon that you can squeeze into it, you can do some of the lemon, the what they call it, the real lemon, the juice type thing. Put a tablespoon on in there and keep it pushing. 30 minutes before you're going to actually have your meal, whether you were doing breakfast or lunch. I gave her an actual eating window. So day 1, you're not going beyond the 12-hour window. Some of y'all, that you can do a 16-hour fast. You can do an 8-hour eating window. Some of you can do a 4-hour eating window. Yes.
I have a testimony from that person.
That's right. Burn, baby, burn, baby. Show enough. And then not only that, and you can do this with regular water as well. But yes, you do want to ruin your appetite. Who told you this foolishness about don't ruin your appetite? You better. Why would you not want to activate your body's own GLP-1s and then still get the workouts? Why would you not want to deliver clean energy to your brain? Clean energy for your immune system, clean energy for your digestive system, clean energy for your musculoskeletal system, clean energy for your heart. How about that? How about clean energy for your liver and kidneys? The hardest working duo in your body. Like, are we serious? Water is the way. You can utilize the water cure. Listen, here's what happens. I'm gonna need you to fall back. I'm gonna need you to fall back. That you need. And one is making sure and making sure that we actually lower the glycemic index. Oh, all right. I gotta finish it though. I gotta finish it. I'm gonna need 5 more minutes. I'm gonna need 5 more minutes, even if I get a penalty. I need 5 more minutes. Listen, I need you to understand this. Rucking is going to help you raise your metabolic rate. It's also going to help your body actually do something about the belly fat. It's also going to help you increase that load. It's going to help you increase the bone mass, which is also going to help your muscle mass. And guess what your muscles are hungry for? Calories. It likes to burn fuel. So I had her doing things like getting up and down out of the chair. Yes. So what am I doing? We're moving her biggest movers. I'm working her quads. I'm working her string as well as her glutes. I had her do the act of stepping up one step, literally in movement snacks throughout every hour. I had her moving, and when I'm saying moving, I'm talking about a minute. I'm talking about 2 minutes. Even if that means you're at your desk and you got a foot rocker doing calf raises or doing static contractions, we have to engage. These bodies are designed to move. Movement is medicine. But I also need you to move your as we age. You have to have a plan to counteract that. You know how GA has talked to us about inflation? Well, what about your body inflation? Are you accounting for this? I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm giving you an opportunity to see and tap into what the 1% as far as health and bodies go. Listen, I work with the 1%, and I'm helping you with some of the strategies that you can take and leverage. 10.8 pounds with a grandma, and she cheated. And here's the thing. She started to gain for 2 days. Why? She was gaining muscle. So the scale went up before it went down. And when it went down, it, it went down. And it's continuing to go down. I got her walking at an incline. I have her squatting to a chair. And she's supposed to be doing the loaded walking. She just doesn't in. And I'm not talking about a long walk. Her family ended up doing only 1 day out of the week. She did a hour walk. But no, we're talking about 15, 20-minute walks. I call them a heart bath. Literally, those are the physical movements I had her doing. And the twisting wall taps. If you really truly care about your stomach, if your visceral fat bothers you, do 100 wall taps a day. Do 100 wall taps a day. You can spread them out across the day. But I'm telling you, rucking is the way. Listen, CGA. Y'all know I told you. You see what I did there, brother? You see what I did there? You see what I did there? But listen, y'all, that yerba mate tea, the basil seeds, and a sundown fast has been phenomenal. This is something that I use in my little war chest. I'm telling you, a sundown fast is easier than saying, oh, when I get up this morning, I'm gonna do the fast. I'm gonna just fast all day. Start in the late afternoon or the early evening and go to the next day. It's much easier if you do it that includes your sundown time. So let's say, for instance, you said you're gonna start your fast at 2 o'clock, which means doable. You can do it with teas and MCT oil. You don't break your metabolic fast. You won't break the fast for the purposes of what I need you to do. You can even have some bone broth in there. I'm just saying you can get this done. Yerba Mate tea is a game changer. It is a game changer. You get to tap into that CGA. You get to tap into CGA and the basil seeds. A lot of people have no clue. A lot of people stuck on flax seeds and just chia seeds. Depending on the layer of when people work with me, I don't just unveil this. This is the first time really talking to you guys and giving you some more things that are in the vault. Basil seeds is bad mamma jamma. I'm telling you, there's a reason why one of the top brands of seeds are. Ooh, you talking about a little seed with a big lesson? The basil seeds go hard in the paint. We're talking about that fullness that I'm talking about. This is how I can get those results really, really fast, especially when a competition is on the line, y'all. I don't play. I don't I don't play with no guesswork. They work well. So No one helper will win the match, but I need you to understand a concerted of effort. So here's the thing. Water will win. Water-induced thermogenesis. I want you to walk away understanding that. Water-induced listen, that's going to support the mission. So it's not just one thing, it's a thing. Listen, I'm Shawnte Health Wells. That y'all have enjoyed this time today. You need to do a sundown fast. You can take some of these things. You can go and check out the replay because I this and you can see it visually online. This is my service to the world. Back to you. All right.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where can we get that PowerPoint? Are you putting it inside the BWC community?
I am not. You must go to the Health YouTube channel and you can see that. And now if someone wants, I will send the PowerPoint directly to
No.
I just
So PowerPoint, at least a donation, put a zero behind the one, at least a zero behind the one. Professionally done, professionally done. Put at least a zero, and that would still be an insult. Well,
All right, Pastor Chance. Have we got a chance to ask health questions yet?
we'll get ready to do that. Maybe the questions asked, this tally up the scores, tally up the score.
Yeah.
The Arsenal lost 2 points for 3, not 2. Well, 4 warnings for low blows. 4 warnings for low blows. And once they lost the both, it looks like the judges actually kept it double for the low blow. It's like they said double. With that, go ahead, Maisha, and ask a question. Anybody else after Maisha come on? Mike, say your name and ask your question.
So I think if GA wanted to say something, I think.
No, I just want to say, y'all go ahead and ask your question to health because I gotta give you this last piece. It's real quick, but you need to get this last piece because this is the homework.
go for it, GA. Go for it.
I'm gonna give y'all homework. This is the homework. Step 1, do the pride audit. I talked to you about that. Go look at your last 3 biggest purchases and actually get in the mirror and be honest about why you did it. Step 2, you got to build what I call the boring 5. That's budget, emergency fund, automatic savings, insurance, and estate basic. Known numbers. Make those numbers known. You need to know those numbers just like you know how many toes you got. You need to know your numbers. It doesn't mean that you can't ever do these things. It means you have to get those 5 first, the foundation first. Step 3, find one boring habit and automate it. Not 5, 1. Transfer. For your credit report. Call an agent about term life insurance, whole life insurance. Call me. I'll tell you which one you need. Just one. Take one action, take it consistently without earning a big flashy action. I promise you. Step 4, I need you to hear this is so powerful, but you need to speak this. I'm gonna say it again. Your app doesn't matter. They shouldn't be checking out your Instagram anyway. None of those people matter. Change who you let judge your progress. Stop measuring your wealth building against people who are performing and not progressing. Stop it. And step 5, this is the making money baby step. Teach it forward. Once you got a boring habit locked in, teach it to your kids, teach it to your nephews, teach it to your nieces, teach it to your little cousins, teach it to your mama and your daddy. Some of our parents don't even know any better. They still actually in a Walmart greeter uniform trying to actually pay for that lisinopril that Medicare don't cover. Real talk. Teach it forward because you are the in the generation in your family. You are the change in your blood. Be it. Don't say it. Be about it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Raise up a generation that understands the boring stuff before they're old enough to be tempted by the flashy stuff. We need to be excited about a savings jar instead of Instagram, Gucci Mane, and Chris Brown. We have changed a whole entire bloodline. So here's the thing. You don't need a bigger hat. You need to go get some cattle.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We started out with the big story. It's a unanimous decision, even with all the roadblocks. This stuff is a big hat, and no cattle, the ugly aging. The winner, and still BWC Federation World Champions in the R&B corner. Y'all put your hands together. Y'all throw up the fire emojis for none other than Shawnte Health Wells and Educator. Your money, the monster. Oh, yeah, that's all the Big Show got left is their music. I heard somebody say pride cometh before the fall, and they feel hard tonight. Well, I've enjoyed being your announcer once again. Again, you can check us out at BWC Daily. That's BWCDaily.com, where you can interact with all of our hosts, G.A. Pimp, your money Pimpleton, and Shawnte Health Wells, Mabel's granddaughter, teaching you how to live healthy and wealthy and not wear those big old hats and ain't got a bit of cattle. With that being said, I'm turning it back over to R&B to close it out.
Okay, no question.
The questions. So Maisha, you got to do the announcement. You got to, you are a ring girl, so you gotta go ahead.
Question. Okay.
Let everybody know that this is their time for questions.
Right, everyone, this is your time for questions. We all don't listen patiently, but now I've been working out, and now I want to drop these 5 pounds. So listen, you said 30 grams of protein, and is that right before you do the cardio?
Yeah, so we call it the 30 for 30. So you guys, if you're someone that's sedentary and you don't plan to do nothing with this, like, it's gonna come back. So if you're not if you're someone that's like Maisha, this works amazing. So it's ensuring you have 30 grams of protein. So this is what I tell my guys to do. Get green tea because of the EG, CG, and the catechins that's in the green tea. Put the 30 grams of protein powder inside of the green tea and do 30 minutes of cardio. When I tell you, baby, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. They're like, oh, okay. This is what was used for, the Aquaman guy. What's his name? Jason Momoa. You saw how ripped he was? They used the 30 for 30 on him. Kid you not. Like, that was it. Dude was still drinking beer and all this other stuff. I'm telling you, it works like nobody. You talking about like shredding you and getting you to like it's like magic. It's literally like our own version of like magic pixie dust, but it's you have to be in a fasted state in the sense of like you can't be cheating, getting some, coffee creamers and all this other little stuff, like it's not going to work. Like you really do still need to be in a fasted state, and the green tea will not break your fast. So yes, ma'am. 30 grams, 30 for 30. 30 minutes. Yes, go for it.
For the protein, you said body weight times 0.91, correct?
That's your max. Your minimum is 0.64.
Okay, yeah. I forgot all of these, Okay, next question. You said 30 minutes before eating, have the lemon water, correct? You said it in the carbonated water, you could do it?
Yeah, the lemon water, just once a day. I'm not trying to tear up anybody's esophagus and all of that. I don't know what people got going on, but regular water, it doesn't even have to have the lemon water, but the lemon water will give, I don't know about you, but I'm a calorie snub, and I like to get that extra 6 calories. It adds up over time. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, I do carbonated water that's just flavored by actual fruit, but I can cut back on that. That's fine. All right, and the yerba mate tea, is there a specific time of day that one should drink that?
I would say like morning time, late morning at the latest. Absolutely. The earlier, the better you can get the compounds. Usually what I've seen, depending on how early you get up, I feel like late morning, like around that 10, 11 o'clock, where people tend to kind of have, maybe wayward cravings or less likely to, stay on track. Or if they're having trouble with their fast, I would highly recommend like doing it at a time that you think you may be more prone to fall off of, like whatever it is that you're trying to do.
All right, thank you. I'll drink that before I drink my 4 Sigmatic coffee, because I bought that. I'll be listening.
Hey.
No, I don't need all that caffeine. Got the half caffeine. Thank you.
Yes, and I actually I had her do both. I actually had her put the yerba mate in the coffee. So we got a twofer. Hey. You can get on Amazon, or if you live by a highfalutin, if you live by some of the Whole Foods have it in store. So it depends. And you can find whatever brand works for you.
The links are in the chat. She put links in the chat to get the date.
Those grocery stores has it.
You know what?
Came from Whole Foods when I was looking. I was like, dang, again, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to go to Whole Foods after the Ruckin Buckin, so I can do my shopping. Now I gotta go back in the morning. All right.
See, I'm telling y'all now. What you see, the problem is, yeah, you need to go to Whole Foods. Stay out of Lowe's, because Lowe's, they have a bar in the grocery store.
Say what now?
Lowe's, like the home improvements? No. Lowe's, I know.
Lowe's grocery store.
Oh, I don't know that one.
They have a bar they got cup holders on the grocery carts, so you can get a glass of wine or an IPA and drink while you go.
Not the IPA. I cannot. Dr. Jeannie! Oh my gosh, it's so good to see her.
Dr. Jeannie in the building.
I feel so special.
Does anyone else have any questions?
I don't have a question, Maisha. Good evening, everyone. This is Lynelle Burns, but I wanted to say really great segment today, both health and GA. Definitely learned a lot. One thing I will say is, and I know no one else probably has had this kind of conversation, but I did have an opportunity to speak to GA because, as a seasoned woman, I did not grow up in a household where we spoke about money and having babies and all of that. And so hearing the information that GA has available for us, it's really given me a foundation to start with. And so GA, as far as retirement goes, since I would be, in a sense, starting now for planning for the next 15, 20, 30 years of my life, what would you say would be the amount that I would be able, or is the current age for retirement? How much is the amount for, let's say, up to 70 or 75? what would be the amount that we would need to have in our accounts in order to live comfortably during the years where we can no longer produce, we can only live off of the income generated.
Well, I'm going to tell you the most unpopular answer that you will ever get anywhere. And financial advisors hate me giving this answer, but this is the truth, y'all. Y'all know, I'm just going to tell you the truth. The amount that you need is the amount that you get in the return of your investment. Because let me get into the psychology of that. People will adjust their life to the amount of money that they have. Believe it or not. Whatever money, you're going to find a level of comfort with this. Now, if you tell me I want this here, I'm going to tell you how to get there. But the truth is, and I'm not going to get into it deep, but I would say that the process is more important than the number. And the truth is, you need to have those 4 buckets. You need to have money, whether you missing a toe, whether you change ethnicities, whether you move to Bufu, Jamaica, no matter where you go, that money is making money on time, every time, no matter who's president, no matter what the Congress says, no matter whether we actually find out whether Mitch McConnell is alive or dead. It don't matter. You really need that money to replicate itself. That's what you need. And you need to actually build the 1 month, 6 months that emergency fund, and then put money in a bucket. Yeah, you great. Ain't nobody in this econ. Yes, the money that you make now, guess what? You'll figure out how to live. I promise you, you will. You ain't gonna die. So you need to learn how to live on 30% of your income, increase your income, but don't increase your liabilities. 30% goes into businesses. 30% goes into investments. 30% goes into savings. And 10%, if you believe in this, I do, goes into tithes. You don't have to give it to the church. You can give it to the American Council Foundation. You can give it to the Bill Gates Foundation of Water Regeneration and Alien Technology. I don't care where you give it. It's got to go somewhere. That is the law of replication and multiplication. That's your 4 buckets. So, Linnell, the answer is not the amount. The answer is you need to be regenerating money without your time, your effort, or your focus on a consistent basis until the day you die and pass that. That's the answer.
I'm glad you said that because I have quite a few people in my circle that are taking care of elderly parents. And, you know, it's not something that we like to think about, that one day we're going to be in a position where we need to be taken care of and we can't take care of ourselves. And what I'm seeing with all of these friends of mine is the parents didn't account for living as long as they have. And so we have 2 of the parents, one is 91, one is 103. And they're both living in California. They're both in nursing homes, and they were in assisted living facilities, and now they're in nursing homes. But the constant pressure is that they only accounted to live up until about 80 years old, and they're running out of money going into these nursing facilities. So I appreciate the answer, GA, and it's really you don't really know what you don't know until you hear about it. And that's why I think it's so important for us to have these conversations, because, like I said, I didn't grow up in a family that talked about money generating babies. We worked an hour, we got paid an hour. And so that's what we knew, but I'm seeing the effects of that with my friends. And so I just wanted to open that conversation. So thank you, GA. Appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't hear. It's can anybody else hear him? It sounds very low. I can't hear.
Yeah, I said, how are we using this GUAYUSAT you told us to get last week?
Oh, the guayusa tea. So I have people do a cycle of them. So it's like a 3-day cycle. So that could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I interchange so that I can tap into the power of guayusa along with the power of yerba mate. But for someone like her, which I know that she was trying to break through and get under, 200, I knew like I focused on the yerba mate because of the two, it's definitely the strongest. Like the guayusa is going to give you like stamina and energy and but as far as specifically for the weight loss efforts, the yerba mate is the stronger of the two, hands down.
You said it doesn't matter as long as it's mate. You particularly like the yerba, but as long as it's mate powder.
Oh no. Yerba mate. You know how we is in the US. You know how what my brother just talked about that note. I'm just saying it needs to be yerba. You heard me? Exactly. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. You know about that mean China. They done already started trying to find some knockoffs. Yeah, please make sure it's yerba mate, y'all. I don't know what them other mate people is. This ain't I'm gonna get you sucker. What the guy said? What I can get for $5 for 50 cents?
You got paid for 100.
So no, we need that yerba with the mate. All right. So I need y'all to make sure that you ain't dealing with somebody trying to give you have somebody. Well, how about I get the yerba without the mate? No, we need the yerba and the mate. Okay.
So I got another question. What about the vital proteins, matcha, collagen, with peptide?
No, I don't. I'm trying to get the context. Like, what are you asking? What are you asking?
Does that even compare to what you said? It's a matcha.
Oh, matcha is great. I gave you guys what the best one is on the market. I can only give y'all like what the best. Now the others, listen, get the Yuka app and scan it and see what it comes out to. It'll give you a rating on it.
I was gonna piggyback off of him. Jennifer Aniston, she's the one that actually came out and distributed that Vital Proteins, what you're talking about, Pastor Jeff. So yeah, just
Thank you.
If you know who she is, yeah. So I also do that every I mean, I've been doing it for years. Yes, every morning, I just throw a little scoop in my coffee. But I'm going to be doing that yerba as well, sister.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, if you're
I've been taking notes, girl.
yes, ma'am. That's what now talking about that as a protein. They ain't got nothing on metabolics, but you know, it's all right. I'm not.
What I'm talking about, so I've been drinking this for years before I even do you health wells. It comes in a green container.
Not sure.
Because I've been drinking matcha for years.
I love matcha. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just.
I need something because I got a PYT.
Yeah.
For the young facts.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. You got to keep up. You got to keep up. I want to keep my sister-in-law. I need to keep my sister-in-law. Sister-in-law, where you at? I want you to stay in the family. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I'm trying to get my brother right. I want to make sure he right. I want to keep you.
I'm trying to get GA right today. He got called out earlier today.
He know why I had to threaten him and Pastor Jeff. I threatened to drive from Miami all the way up the road just to fight them over their health. I'm just saying. I done had to threaten violence.
Okay, you violated the preachers 3 times. It's time to stop.
They own them. They own them.
I got you covered.
Get by during the match. We let you get by with it. But this is it. You got to cut it off. This is issues. This
the issues.
So we get the message.
Okay, I'm glad y'all do.
Not bring it up again, or you have to pay us because we got the message the first time.
I just want to make sure it's clear. Like I'm a leaker. They acid, chlorogenic. Like no, I'm not talking about chlorine. Chlorogenic. I know it sounds similar, but chlorogenic acid, commonly called CGA. Yeah, you get that? See my brother, GA, and it's a family compound of polyphenols. I am just a big fan. I'm a big fan of matcha, green tea. But for some people, if you're sensitive to green to caffeine, listen, there are other ways. So look into some of these other options. And then if you're wondering of different fruit that are high in CGA, listen, apples, pears, and if you're wondering which veggie specifically is really high in it, artichokes. And if you offer with getting to ramping up your CGA levels, listen, I like to get the chicory root tea and put it in the same cup with the yerba mate. She wasn't able to find the chicory root start blending that in. And listen, I had her doing things like pollo guisado, like listen, tapping into like the lycopene. That's like chicken with the okay, I'm letting my Miami out of me. That's like chicken with like a tomato type of infusion like with it. So I got her to get a lot of great Hispanic like oriented like foods without the bad stuff. So I took away the oatmeal, that instant oatmeal tomfoolery. You could have went ahead a Big Mac if you finna fool around with that oatmeal. I'm just saying, I hate to burst anybody's bubble. And them fake bananas. Them bananas is so fake. If you can't see the seed on the outside, it's fake. I just need you to know that. You eating fake bananas. Fake. Fake. You could have got you a Snicker bar or whatchamacallit. Fake.
Cheating over here with my oatmeal with the protein.
Regular oatmeal or instant oatmeal?
That instant oatmeal. I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan of the regular oatmeal like either. I'm really.
Digest well for a lot of people.
I'm really not. There are some other alternatives, and that's what I did. I did troubleshoot that. Like if you want to know some other like options, how do you do with like there are steel cut oats. There's some specific types that some people can work like well with, but ugh, like that though.
I can't do steel cut, so every once in a blue moon, I will have oatmeal.
Oh, that's
Not
fine.
not supposed to be eating any oat at all, but I mean, sometimes I'm
Yeah.
eating oatmeal. Wait, the yerba mate tea, you said that has caffeine in it?
Depends on the brand, but a lot of them don't. Guayusa does. Guayusa does. Because you'll see on the PowerPoint, I list them both. So and then green coffee was the other one that I had. And if you guys want, you can check out the replay, or you can go to the Abundant Health Service channel. I'll put my link in the chat as well. That I do. My other question.
Question.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. Y'all should help me.
Tell them about the struggle, about how. Yes, thank you, Maisha and Ro for leaving the other place because that was the catalyst.
I wasn't gonna talk about that. I was gonna talk about the fact that I was gonna talk about the southern men in the room that was born and raised. While we love our women getting healthy, you can do side bends and sit-ups, but please don't look. I'm not gonna finish that. I'm just gonna
get out of there, GA.
You said you could do side bends and sit-ups.
Get out of there, GA. Get out of there.
Something is anointed about being thicker than a snicker. My gosh, thick thighs save lives. But y'all be healthy.
Literally, it does.
Actually, proof that thick thighs do save lives. There's proof in that, but it's just probably not what people think.
I'm trying to told you. If you ain't never heard, okay, I'm gonna get off that. I'm sending up my white flag, my SOS help. Hey, I'm just saying.
So health, and G, I'm just gonna say I did my job at an hour and a half, which was 30 minutes past where you said you wanted to go.
Oh my
goodness. Not the ref calling it Jay. He done told on us. They taking up the look at the lights. He got the computer. He unplugging the cords. Oh my God. I really love this space, man. There's nothing like Ruckin and Buckin, y'all. I just love that, just how free, we get to be and just to kind of get that dialogue and get, the questions answered. Because, in the morning time, me and GA are pressed for time during our shows, Pastor Jeff as well. And so it's nice to have this space to be able to, even though we were trying to aim for an hour, but, I just knew tonight would be one of those fiery ones, especially when I revealed about the grandma, who was really a sedentary person. She didn't work out at all. She was literally just starting out. And she's still on that journey. And I'm excited, for this. I'm really, really excited for her. I'm a tough cookie. Yeah. I'm
talking about grandma. That's what you come out.
You know what?
Oh no, that's the other grandma. That's the one that's in the facility. That's the one. No, the ones in the facility is the ones I be having doing booty kicks.
Ruckin Buckin, shucking. That's what we're doing on. I want to thank you for this because the protein really and my bae is not gonna tell on me, but the muscle thing, bae, I think that's what happened to my back. I really think that's what happened.
You know what?
Because I think that's what happened to my back too.
You know how it be like you had the rucksack on too heavy.
I did not have the rucksack on.
Probably trying to lift, 200 pounds. It was like, nope.
See, what had happened was,
I already see what my sister putting up. Mm-hmm.
What happened was, I'm going to the gym, and it was leg day, and I saw the little young Thundercat over in the corner. He had a little bit of weight on the bench. I said, you know what? I hadn't seen what I could still lift on the bench. So, I put 2 and some change on there. I threw it up, and it went up real easy.
Change on there. What I said.
It went up. It went up real easy.
That sounds good, but I think really he was trying to hang from the same chandelier. And
you know what I'm saying?
That stuff that Maisha told him.
Yeah, exactly.
He just don't want us to know.
No, she'll tell you. Dee will tell you. I got excited because it went up real easy. So instead of doing, 5 reps like a normal person, I said, let me max out on this. And because I have been avoiding protein, I've actually been avoiding meat for 2 weeks. And I didn't supplement it with enough protein. I didn't pull my back or my back went out or anything like that because I've never had that problem. But I had a really bad situation with the muscle on the left side of my back, and I think that's what it was, Health. I think that's what it was.
I got you. I'm gonna send you a link.
Did I just hear you say apples, pears, pomegranates? Good Lord, no meat. Let's eat. I'm just asking.
We putting the meat back in the diet. Put the meat back in.
At least.
Get some chicken right now.
See, why you got to go to the chicken? You couldn't just start with eggs. You just couldn't go with eggs or the protein powder, like the grass fed.
You don't want a good lean cut of beef. You know, chicken. Some issues, man.
Well, see, here's the thing. My doctor tells me that I should be eating egg whites. And egg whites is like decaf coffee. It's a waste of time.
That's just nasty.
It's just nasty. I'm not doing that. So I try to not eat too many eggs with the cholesterol because my cholesterol is at a good place. I don't want to go too high and healthy. I got to keep my good eye on the blood pressure. So it stay in the same place. So I try to kind of monitor that with the eggs, but I got to find something else to supplement it.
Yeah, so a good
Leave all that Okay.
That's right.
Yes, no for you.
Yeah, so that that left side of your erector spinae, that's what it sounds like. It probably was also the weaker side that tried to overcompensate for you. So it sounds like he was about to set up that whole protein thing. I thought he was finna throw the blame at his sister over here. Y'all see how he set up that whole protein thing and then went into the whole, and we get to the moral of the story of, overdid it with the weights, but liquid magnesium is going to become your best friend at night. You can rub it in. The transdermal one is going to help with that. If you have hot packs, we'll alternate and do some contrast therapy, and I will give you literally the formula. So like in sports and in football, they call them installs. And so I've been trying not to use that word, but that's what these are. So I'm going to send you a little install that you can do tonight, GA, that's going to help you get you right and get that pain out. That's an easy fix. That's an easy fix. His sister down here in Miami. You see what I'm saying? Because he knew I was going to get on him. He already know. That's why.
You missed the important part. She said it's transdermal. You can rub it in. Let's talk about it later.
You know what? But I'm glad that she told on him. So you mean it done been almost a week he been dealing with this and ain't said Nathaniel to his sister about it? Okay. I got you. I'm glad. Thank you, sis.
Want to tell Health where he was? Tell Health on what, at the gym?
Tell on him.
Weren't you in the room with them, Sonny? Oh, I was. Yeah, when he said that he threw out his back, he was supposed to be elsewhere. Yeah, he couldn't do any. He couldn't sit for 30 minutes. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Oh, I must have been outside rucking. I must ain't hear that. I must have ain't heard that. He know better. Mm-hmm. He know.
Yeah.
He know that phone call he gonna get.
Coaches, when that happened?
See, I gotta make sure my sister got my number. See, he know better. That's why he ain't tell me, Coach. That's why he knew.
I'm just telling them about Health throwing shade, and you up here. I can't.
I'm telling on myself.
But I got you. Yes.
Y'all just can't start slow.
I did. I mean, she.
It's the big show.
Did start small.
Oh, look at you.
He tried it. He tried it. But yes. We're actually, there's some simple things that you can do. And we really got to beef up the antioxidants. So it's not only just the transdermal thing, but I attack it from the inside too, because, health is an inside job as well. So the topical as well as the internal. So, and that's what I did with the lady, y'all, with the grandma. I just had to really build the scaffolding that she needed to put her in a peak, fat burn state. And now whether she stays in it, that remains to be seen. But I think she has a good enough system, and that I've modulated it enough to where it's things that she can sustain and do, and things that she would enjoy. And so that's what I like to do, things that you're going to actually stick to. So it's like some stuff I already know. So I know I had to come up with milk and dairy alternatives, because like dairy is something she's really attached to. So any plan that did not have some form of an alternative, it wasn't going to work. And so she really loves the oatmeal. So I actually had to come up with another oatmeal bowl type thing where I did like flax, cinnamon, basil. Like I literally recreated a better tasting bowl with cooked berries that were like kind of reduced down, and she absolutely loved. Tastes better than that tomfoolery oatmeal. So, and had better results. So there's a way, you guys. There's a way to do it. So I hope that this night has really, really helped everyone here. I know I was helped with my brother's show today as well. So I'm super excited. And like I said, I will send you guys both of these PowerPoints, the one from last week as well as this week, for any donation that you make to Books in the Hood, specifically for this upcoming distribution that we're trying to send some books specifically to New York City, for these kids, for the MLK Dream Anniversary, which is next week. So this is why we're trying to just do our grassroots effort to be able to honor our word and send some books for the back to school distribution next week.
Where's that distribution? Of course, because it was, New York City. Of course, I donated some books, but where's the distribution happening? Do you know?
Oh, the name of it escapes me. I'll find out from Trisha and Najami, and I'll text it to you. It's some kind of park, I know, in New York City. Don't make me lie.
Is it in Harlem? The park?
Maybe, because they're doing a tour of a lot of different places, and it ends right there at that park.
I got.
Yeah, I'll definitely I'll have to look it up. She did send it.
Right, go ahead and get $30 in your hand. If you would, just put $30 in your hand. Just raise your hand up and put $30 in your hand, and go ahead and take $16.99 of that and go to Amazon, because I'm 31 books from being an Amazon bestseller.
Woo!
So go ahead and put $16.99 in your hand. And
Where's your link? GA, is it in the chat?
I'll put it in the chat.
I'm gonna put it back at the top.
Go ahead.
You should do it. Thank you, Hal.
Put that 31 away, and then take the rest of that $16.99 and send that right over to Books in the Hood. Go ahead and donate so that we can hit our goal. Just $30 will get both accomplished. Just put it in your hand. This is my seed. Okay, I'm not gonna preach today.
Hell, I'm about to send you a message in the back channel.
Yay, thanks. I appreciate it.
My feelings are a bit hurt. I got the book, but it was not autographed, man. What is up with that?
You know what, Peter? I will get you an autographed copy, sir. If you send me your address, we'll send you another one that's autographed.
I'll probably bring it to the to LOD Summit. I'm booked for that, but
oh man, I'll autograph it because I'm gonna have a table there.
Yeah, same. Yes, exactly. Oh, I'll just get it from you in hand then. Shoot. Oh wait, you're trying to be a bestseller. Let me go back to Amazon.
Yeah, come on, help a brother out. It's the HBO special, help a brother out special.
Or send that one to Books in the Hood, Maisha, and then you get your other one in while you're there in person, so you can get it signed. See, that's a win-win.
Gotta get one for a friend. You know what I'm saying?
I love this. Oh, this was a good one.
Amen.
This might have to go to, this might have to go to your podcast. This was a good one.
Yes, sir. That's why I was like, listen, let's live stream this. Now I just need a good editor.
Help, I have a question. I know you're getting ready to wrap it up. Is your time for me to ask?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So I'm into juicing. That's what I do. My business, I juice and I do smoothies and all that. And a lot of people come to me and asking for solutions for whatever they're dealing with. The most recent was someone who says, "Hey, I was just diagnosed with fatty liver. What do you suggest?"
Ooh.
I'm looking more at like berries, things that will provide antioxidants. But
Yeah.
give me your thoughts on what's a good solution for fatty liver.
Yeah, pomegranates is gonna be a big win. Pomegranates and kiwi are gonna be, when you're looking at fruit, those are like two of the top fruit. I definitely would steer them away from bananas, mangoes, anything that would have a high glycemic load, but the nutrients specifically, and I would probably pair that with, even though I can't stand them, beets, or at least beet greens of some sort. But beets, the pomegranates, like really going down that the red family, but not red apples. But really figuring out the right consistency with beets, the pomegranate, as well as kiwi. That will put you in. And I mean, if you have pears that are accessible, because so like what you would want to do with someone that they would need to actually have acromantia working on their behalf. And so you want to have fruits and veggies that are actually going to be acromantia friendly. So I can send you one of the cheat sheet that I did on rucking and acromantia, and it had a list of different options and nutrients that a person could utilize. I think it would be very helpful. But kiwi and pomegranate are definitely going to be the champions.
I did not suggest kiwi nor pomegranate. Beets, yeah, I do a lot of beets, so I did recommend that with lemon and of course ginger but antioxidants. There's a product that I use, Health. Are you familiar with black currant, the berries?
Yes, don't use them often, but yes, I've heard of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's that I use a lot as well. So I was recommending those, but again, high in antioxidants. So that's kind of the direction I was going. But beet is also one of the recommendations I gave her. So anyway, yeah, I appreciate that knowledge on pomegranate and pear, kiwi.
Yeah, of all of them, specifically because that's such a big thing down here in Miami. That's the only reason why I'm very sensitive to that, because it's really like an epidemic, and it's happening a lot with Hispanic boys. And in Miami, this is a predominantly Hispanic culture down here. So that's why I really leaned into the studies on like pomegranates. And so that is a real big thing. Like pomegranates and beets are probably the top two, and kiwi would round out as the three, that anybody that's along those lines. And that's not just something I'm just picking out of the air. This is also working with like dietitians and people like who are doing it at a high level, like within like sports, especially if anyone had a prior history coming in, because you can't have anyone with a risk of fatty liver on any football field. So that's the only reason why I'm really adamant about that. When you said that, my ears perked up.
It's impressive you said that, because the lady that asked me, she is Hispanic, and then also interesting, it might
make sense.
My daughter is Hispanic, and she too just told me she has fatty liver. So that's sounds like it's something that's common in that demographic. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, yeah, the issue is, so what happens is like Hispanic people who typically still eat a lot of their common cultural foods, when it's blended with our American diet, and what the research has found is that I forget what aspect of their digestive system, but there's genetic markers, their genetics doesn't allow for it, for them to handle basically the fakeness that's in the American foods. It has a adverse effect and causes fatty liver disease in Hispanic, especially Hispanic males. They tend to have it at record numbers in comparison to Hispanic girls. And so they have a predisposition of getting fatty liver disease. Like what me and you can tolerate as toxins, they can't. So it's like, if they stick to just the traditional foods and not incorporate some of like the American mess that we do, then they tend to not go down that route. But that's what because it's a big problem here in Miami. So yeah, I'm not surprised when you said that. I was like, I wonder if she was Hispanic.
Huge. That's huge. Thanks so much for that bit of knowledge. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I wanted to just say, I heard about books and I just wanted to reiterate to everyone, when we were doing this segment, the link that Help has, all proceeds is what you guys purchase and comment about. If you go to the Books in the Hood, and I know that Help, you and I had spoken before about the kids when they come to the events, a lot of the time, they have specific books that they're interested in, but it's not usually as much of a supply. So those things I would really like to see is for every child to be able to have the colored books. And like I said, all of the proceeds will go to the Help because you're going to be clicking her link and she'll be ordering through there. So once again, it's Linnell Burns regarding the colored books and Books in the Hood. I'll go ahead and mute out.
Aw, thank you so much. It's been so great collaborating with you. Though her coloring books go really fast, you guys. I'm telling you, we never usually have enough for the kids, and it's such a great coloring book. My granddaughter is obsessed with both of them. I bought some for her as well. So thank you, Linnell. I really appreciate that. And thank you all for those of you who have contributed to Books in the Hood in the past, and those of you who continue to contribute every year as we do these quarterly, drives. And we still will be collecting for our main one in December, but we definitely still want to honor our word to our annual back to school distribution as well for the dream. I have a dream speech anniversary. We try to make some literary dreams come true for the kids. That's it for me. Over to you, Pastor Jeff or GA. All right, we can count this down if you, okay, there you go. All right, sounds like all hearts and minds are clear. We got a opportunity to support my brother and Books in the Hood at the same time. So click that link. Let's make him a bestseller. I'm super excited for this. And I hope you guys will come to LOD. You'll get to see me, my brother, and a lot of other familiar faces. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in person. And ATL, I call myself a Miami Peach. My family's originally from Georgia. So even though I was born here in Miami, so I look forward to seeing you guys next month in person. And I hope you all will come back for Breakfast with Champions. We get started with the International Room at 4 a.m. We come stateside at 5 a.m. My brother's show, Burnt Toast with Julie and GA, is happening at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And then Wednesday, my Pastor Jeff, Your Best with Pastor Health Show will be taking place this coming Wednesday at 6:30 a.m. And I will have a special guest, Miss Malika Starr, and I will also still dropping some more CGA nuggets because I have not gone through all the nutrients options that you have for your metabolism help you. That's it for me. Let's go ahead and count it down. You guys can unmic as I count down the room, and that's 5, cuckoo, 4, 3. Dr. King said you matter. 2. Keep the dream alive. You are a champion. 1. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, you ain't see my car.
What part?
My Wells Fargo car. It didn't fail.
Oh, I haven't seen any card. I haven't looked at around to see anything.
You check it from there. Went over here.
You sure it ain't fall underneath something and slide? Not under the, you want me to move the refrigerator to see if it's slid?
No, I ain't go that far. I just went over here.
You took everything out of that drawer?
I didn't go in that door.
Look at my thing fell right there. That little jar. You roll it back over this way.
The boat. When I got crossed over, no, I could have failed. Look at that. This possible. That's the only time I took it there, and then I came over here. Right back where I went to Wells Fargo. So I put it in that bag when I took it out the pocketbook. Yeah. In the pocket. No, I want to put it back in the pocketbook. You just carry it back in the damn. Well, I thought I took it out the pocketbook.